Hey, everybody. I really am so grateful for this podcast, and I'm so grateful for you, for whoever's listening to this right now. Today, we're going to talk about a very deep topic. It's that love never gives up. And the reason why we're going to talk about this is because today is the last day of our series, How to Build Long-Lasting Relationships. And once again, this is usually a topic that we don't talk about. But the reason why I want to talk about this topic and this theme this week is so that you can have the best chance at building long-lasting relationships. And I truly value relationships. All right, here we go. So 3 parts, super straightforward today. Define and explain what this actually means. Love never gives up. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and ultimately I'm gonna send you off with an action plan and a challenge. All right, here we go. Let's define it. So what does this mean, love never gives up? Well, what that means is that ultimately love never loses hope. There's a beauty to commitment, and to love someone is really to endure them and to be patient with them, trusting that one day things are going to be better. All right. So love never gives up. Who does this apply to? It really applies to all your relationships. If you think about it, your family, your siblings, your relationships, and even your friendships. So trust me, I've been through so many different circumstances where it's tough. Sometimes you want to give up, but ultimately you love the person so much and that you're willing to be patient, okay? I'll tell you a quick story, and I'm gonna use this story to ultimately, hopefully, empower you and to remind you of a great example of love. All right, here we go. So I'm pretty disappointed and not proud of this, but I gotta be real with you, all right? So in high school, I was a good kid. I didn't do drugs, I didn't drink, I didn't do any of, those things that, like my parents always told me not to. I prioritized school. I prioritized my friends over my family. Deeply and honestly, I would get mad over the little things. At that age, I wasn't able to control my anger as much. I was young. Several times I would take it out on family. I took what I had for granted. Everything I had in my life, it just wasn't enough sometimes. And I would think about that. And then finally, I'm not proud of this one too, but at some times I would think that I was better than my parents and or my siblings and or my family. So that was who I was in high school. Right now, you guys get to see the real Mr. Chow, which is a guy who's been through a lot and who's willing to share with you, but that's who I was. Now, I want to focus today on my parents. So how did my parents act when I was really going through a stage of really discovering myself and really trying to build build good habits and stuff like that? Gotta be real with you here. My parents showed me unconditional love. My parents, honestly, they were the role models when it came to how I believe parents should act throughout high school. Because so many times it's so easy to take something personal, right? Oh, why would you do that? But I think at the time, my parents showed me grace. They showed me understanding. They were patient with me. They had hope for my future. They trusted me. And they saw the big picture. As you go through your life, and as I go through my life, I look at that right list and I just think about how awesome it would be to be like that. Now, obviously, it's tough to be parents, obviously, and it's tough to be at a mature state in which you can do that, but let's work towards it. Look at that list again. Unconditional love, grace, understanding, forgiveness. They were patient. They had hope for my future. They trusted me. They saw the big picture and they saw that I was going through a phase called high school. And they knew that one day I would figure everything out. All right. So I'm just so grateful for that. Never forget, everybody who's listening to this. Your parents love you, right? All of our parents show love in different ways, but nonetheless, you are their child. They love you. Your parents want the best for you. Never forget that. Sometimes we question that. Don't. Just accept it. Your parents want the best for you. So that being said, don't take their love for granted and appreciate them back whenever you can. I'm going to finish off here with an action plan. So number 1, think of all the ways that your parents have loved you and or been there for you throughout your life. Just think about those different things. And here's the action step. How can we use what we've learned today? Remember that big picture of how my parents acted while I was obviously not acting respectfully or anything like that? Yeah, but let's use that as a role model and as an example to help us in our future relationships. And then finally, thank you for the opportunity to just talk with you and to teach you how to build long-lasting relationships. All right. And I hope this helps you in your life, and I wish the best. All right. Bye.